Usmanto from 7B. What is global warming? Global warming is the long-term heating of Earth's surface observed since the pre-industrial period 1850 and 1900 due to human activities, primarily fossil fuel burning, which increase heat trapping greenhouse gas level in Earth atmosphere.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Adinda Faiza Mashur from class 7B. Today, I will talk about global warming. What is global warming? Global warming is an event where there is an increase in temperature in the atmosphere and the Earth's surface. An increase in temperature on Earth will certainly have a considerable impact and cause a change in the ecological order of life. What causes global warming? Global warming occurs because of air pollution. This phenomenon is caused by the combustion of motor vehicle engine fuel, which produces carbon dioxide gas. It is known that this gas cannot be passed out into space, so that heat is trapped in the Earth. This is what causes the Earth to feel hotter. What is the impact of global warming on humans? Global warming will increase the temperature on the Earth's surface, trigger droughts, and trigger forest fires. This will cause smog, which is very dangerous for health, even death. Can global warming be prevented? You can prevent global warming from happening. The first is by reducing the use of private vehicles, which mean less emissions. Apart from saving gas, walking and cycling are healthy forms of exercise. You can also take advantage of public transportation or use as shared vehicles. What includes global warming? 1. Deforestation. 2. Vehicle fuel gas.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Amira Suraya Fauzia from 7B. I'm from MTS Bangunan, UIN Jakarta. As we know now, global warming, which is happening right now, has a very big impact on natural condition, animals, and human. Well, do you know how global warming, which has a particularly serious impact on life, happens? To know the process of how this phenomenon occurs, let me explain to you. The process starts when sunlight shines on the earth, where most of the heat is absorbed by the earth, and a half of it is reflected back into the air. Sunshine returning to the earth is trapped by gases in the atmosphere such as carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, methane, water vapor, and so on. This event is known as the greenhouse effect. Solar radiation on the Earth's atmosphere make the ozone layer get thinner and make the sunlight that shine on the Earth become hotter. The greenhouse effect also causes the sunlight, which is reflected back into space, is reflected back into the Earth. This phenomenon causes the Earth constantly get hotter. This condition is known as global warming. Maybe that's all. Thank you for your attention and thank you for listening. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Azahra Rahmi Khairi Shifa from 7B. Today I will share my views on the alarming reaction of global warming. The concept has only grown to industrialization and man attempt at modernizing the style of living.
Right now, we're facing a man-made disaster of global scale.
Let's first understand what global warming is. It is basically the rise in global temperature due to the greenhouse gases that are released into the atmosphere due to human activities or inventions. The greenhouse gases consist of water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, ozone, and chlorofluorocarbons. The human activities that contribute to the release of such gases are due to burning fossil fuels to generate Electricity, which is also the leading cause of carbon pollution, and coal industries contribute a great deal in releasing such harmful gases. So, when these gases are released into the atmosphere, they tend to absorb the solar radiation that otherwise naturally bounces off the Earth's surface. And these pollutants that trap solar radiation suspends in the atmosphere for centuries and raises the global temperature. This is called the greenhouse gas effect, causing to dry up oceans, polluting the air loss at North and South poles and melting of glaciers, and leads to climate changes like storm, heat wave, wildfires, hurricanes, drought, and food. These extreme conditions are only dictating the Earth's ability to inhabit ice. And the threat will only increase in the coming years, which will make it difficult for future generations to inherit a sustainable planet. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Global warming. Since the Industrial Revolution, the global annual temperature has increased in total by a little more than 1 degree Celsius or about 2 degrees Fahrenheit. It rose on average by 0.07 degrees Celsius or 0.13 degrees Fahrenheit every 10 years. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Global warming. Since the Industrial Revolution, the global annual temperature has increased in total by a little more than 1 degree Celsius or about 2 degrees Fahrenheit. It rose on average by 0.07 degrees Celsius or 0.13.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Ervina Shafira Ramadhani. I'm from class 7B. I'm going to explain what is global warming. What is global warming? Since the Industrial Revolution, the global annual temperature has increased in total by a little more than 1 degree Celsius or about 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Between 1880, the year that accurate record keeping began, and 1980, it rose on average by 0.07 degrees Celsius or 0.13 degrees Fahrenheit every 10 years. Since 1981, however, the rate of increase has more than doubled. For the last 40 years, we've seen the global annual temperature rise by 0.18 degrees Celsius or 0.32 degrees Fahrenheit per decade. What causes global warming? Global warming occurs when carbon dioxide, CO2, and other air pollutants collect in the atmosphere and absorb sunlight and solar radiation that have bounced off the Earth's surface. Normally, this radiation will escape into space, but these pollutants, which can last for years to centuries in the atmosphere, trap the heat and cause the planet to get hotter. These heat-trapping pollutants, specifically carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, water vapor, and synthetic fluorinated gases, are known as greenhouse gases, and their impact is called the greenhouse effect. How is global warming linked to extreme weather? Scientists agree that the Earth's rising temperatures are fueling longer and hotter heat waves, more frequent droughts, heavier rainfall, and more powerful hurricanes. In 2015, for example, scientists concluded that a lengthy drought in California, the state's worst water shortage in 1,200 years, had been intensified by 15 to 20% by global warming. They also said the odds of similar droughts happening in the future had roughly doubled the past century. And in 2016, the National Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine announced that we can now confidently attribute some extreme weather events like heat waves, droughts, and heavy precipitation directly to climate change. The Earth's ocean temperatures are getting warmer too, which means that tropical storms can pick up more energy. In other words, global warming has the ability to turn a Category 3 storm into a more dangerous Category 4 storm. In fact, scientists have found that the frequency of North Atlantic hurricanes has increased since the early 1980s, as has the number of storms that reach categories 4 and 5. The 2020 Atlantic hurricane season included as a record-breaking 30 tropical storms, 6 major hurricanes, and 13 hurricanes altogether, with increased intensity coming increased damage and death. The United States saw an unprecedented 22 weather and climate disasters that caused at least $1 billion worth of damage in 2020, but 2017 was the cost highest on record and among the deadliest as well. Taken together, that year's tropical storms, including Hurricanes Harvey, Irma, and Maria, caused nearly 300 billion in damage and led to more than 3,300 fatalities. What are the other effects of global warming? Each year, scientists learn more about the consequences of global warming, and each year we also gain new evidence of its devastating impact on people and the planet, as the heat waves, droughts, and floods associated with climate change become more frequent and more intense. Communities suffer and death tolls rise. If we're unable to reduce our emissions, scientists believe that climate change could lead to the death of more than 250,000 people around the globe every year and force 100 million people into poverty by 2030. Global warming is already taking a toll on the United States, and if we aren't able to get a handle on our emissions, here's just a smattering of what we can look forward to. Disappearing glaciers, early snowmelt, and severe droughts will cause more dramatic water shortages and continue to increase the risk of wildfires in the American West. Rising sea levels will lead to even more coastal flooding on the eastern seaboard, especially in Florida, and in other areas such as the Gulf of Mexico. Forests, farms, and cities will face troublesome new passes, heat waves, heavy downpours, and increased flooding. All of this can damage or destroy agriculture and fisheries. Disruption of habitats such as coral reefs and alpine meadows could drive many plant and animal species to extinction. Allergies, asthma, and infectious disease outbreaks will become more common due to increased growth of pollen-producing grackweed, higher levels of air pollution, and the spread of conditions favorable to pathogens and mosquitoes. Though everyone is affected by climate change, not everyone is affected equally. Indigenous people, people of color, and the economically marginalized are typically hit the hardest. Inequities built into our housing, healthcare, and labor systems make these communities more vulnerable to the worst impacts of climate change, even though these same communities have done the least to contribute to it. I guess that's it for the explanation of global warming. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fauzi from 7B class. I want to read about global warming. Global warming refers to the long-term increases in Earth's average surface temperature due to human activity, primarily the emission of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide. into the atmosphere. These gases trap heat from the sun and prevent it from escaping back into space, leading to a gradual rise in global temperatures. The main contributors to global warming are the burning of fossil fuels, coal, oil, and natural gas for energy, deforestation, pro-industrial processes, and certain agricultural.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fikri Putra Rizky from class 7B. I will explain global warming. Global warming is the long-term heating of Earth's surface observed since the pre-industrial period due to human activities, primarily fossil fuel burning, which increases heat-trapping greenhouse gas level in Earth's atmosphere. The greenhouse effect occurs when greenhouse gases in a planet's atmosphere trap some of the heat radiated from the planet's surface. A planet is warmed by absorbing light from its host star and cooled by radiating energy into space. The warm surface of a planet emits infrared thermal radiation. Droughts are becoming longer and more extreme around the world. Tropical storms becoming more severe due to warmer ocean water temperatures. As temperatures rise, there is less snowpack in mountain ranges and polar areas, and the snow melts faster. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Ilham Handika Putra from 7B. In this video, I will explain about global warming, starting from what is global warming and what are the social impact of global warming, what will happen if global warming is not stopped, and many others. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Global warming. Global warming is a global phenomenon that is triggered by human activities, especially those related to the use of fossil materials and land use change activities. This activity produces more and more gases in the atmosphere, especially carbon dioxide gas CO2, causing and increasing at the Earth temperature. Number 2. Greenhouse effect. In general, the greenhouse effect is defined as the process increasing the Earth temperature caused by change in the composition of the atmosphere, cause sunlight to remain on Earth and cannot be relocated perfectly, leaving the atmosphere. The greenhouse effect is defined as an increasing in Earth's temperature. The rise in the Earth temperature is caused by the trapping of long-wave infrared sunlight by greenhouse gas. Number 3. Global warming is not stopped. Global warming will increasing the temperature on the Earth's surface, trigger droughts, and trigger forest fire. This will cause smoke, which is very dangerous for health, even death. Number 4. What are the characteristics of global warming? The Earth's temperature is increasing the concentration of greenhouse gases and the rising sea levels. Difficult questions about global warming often appear in school subject matter. So, this question is hoping that the younger generation can understand more about global warming so that they can contribute to overcoming it. Number 5. Why does global warming affect human health? Because global warming makes the air temperature hotter, causing pollution. This has a negative impact on deteriorating health due to the increasing in temperature due to global warming. The immune system of living things will decrease so that they are susceptible to virus disease. Thus, disease will become the plague suffered. Okay, that's an explanation of global warming and I hope you can understand. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Lutfi Nadiba Ahmad from 7B class. This time I will discuss what global warming is. Global warming is the long-term warming of the overall temperature of the planet. Although this warming trend has been going on for a long time, it has increased significantly in the last 100 years due to the burning of fossil fuels. As the human population increases, the volume of fossil fuels also burns. Fossil fuels include coal, oil, and natural gas, and their burning causes what is known as the greenhouse effect in Earth's atmosphere. What is the greenhouse effect? The greenhouse effect is when sunlight penetrates the atmosphere, but when heat is reflected from the surface, it cannot escape back into space. The gases produced by burning fossil fuels prevent heat from leaving the atmosphere. These greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons, water vapor, methane, and nitrous oxide. The excess heat in the atmosphere has caused the average global temperature to increase over time. Global warming has present another issue called climate change. Sometimes these phrases are used interchangeably, but the two are different. Climate change refers to change in weather patterns and growing seasons around the world. It also refers to sea level rise caused by the expansion of warmer oceans and the melting of ice sheets and glaciers. Global warming is causing climate change, which poses a serious threat to life on Earth in the form of widespread flooding and extreme weather. Scientists continue to study global warming and its impact on Earth. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Muhammad Dalal from class 7B. I will explain about global warming. Environmental definition. According to experts, the notion of the environment is all objects and forces and conditions, including humans and their behavior, which exist in the space where humans are located and damage human life and welfare. Habitat of living beings. One of the benefits of the environment is as a place for living things to live. There are various living things that live in environment which are related to each other and where these creatures interact. Apart from interacting, these creatures can rest and even protect themselves. Pledge to the activities. Another benefit of the environment is a pledge to carry out activities. For example, humans carry out activities such as going to work, cooking, and having socialized with others because humans are social creatures. Things that can happen if we can protect the environment. Natural disaster. There are many kinds of natural disaster, one of which is flooding. Floods occur because humans cannot maintain clean lines properly. Throwing garbage anywhere makes the garbage suffer from disease. If our environment is dirty, several suffer from diseases. If our environment is dirty, several diseases will arise. For example, dengue, because there is a lot of garbage that can hold stagnant water, and many other diseases that can arise due to dirty environment. Conclusion: protecting the environment properly will have an impact on the survival and health, especially human health. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Global warming is the phenomenon of a gradual increase in the temperature near the Earth's surface. This phenomenon has been observed over the past 1 or 2 centuries. This change has disturbed the climatic pattern of the Earth. However, the concept of global warming is quite controversial, but the scientists have provided relevant data in support of the fact that the temperature of the Earth is rising constantly. There are several causes of the global warming which have a negative effect of humans, plants, and animals. These causes may be natural or might be the outcome of human activities. In order to curb this issue, it is very important to understand the negative impacts of global warming. Human activity affects global surface temperatures by changing Earth's radiative balance, the give and take, between what comes in during the day and what Earth emits at night. Increases in greenhouse gases, i.e. trace gases such as carbon dioxide and methane, that absorb heat energy emitted from Earth's surface and radiate it back, generated by industry and transportation, cause the atmosphere to retain more heat, which increases temperatures and alters precipitation pattern. Plant trees in tropical rainforests in Brazil, Indonesia, India, Colombia, and Madagascar. If you plant trees through tree dome, you can choose the type of tree you plant based on how much carbon it removes from the atmosphere. Protects what remains of our existing tropical forests through non-profits such as Cool Earth. Instead of ordering a private ride, do a ride share, avoid rapid acceleration and braking, and turn on cruise control on longer trips. Walk and bike to your destination whenever possible. When buying a new car, choose a climate-friendly option. There are still many things you can do to fight global warming, but that's all I can say. It's a pleasure to share a lot of information with you.
Global warming or climate change is the process of increasing the average temperature of the air, atmosphere, sea, and land on Earth. Periods of climate change have also occurred in the past, but climate changes that are occurring at this time are much faster and are not due to natural causes. The main cause that causes climate warming at this time is the pollution of greenhouse gases, especially carbon dioxide and methane. Burning of fossil fuels such as coal, gasoline, and diesel for energy production is the biggest source of this pollution. Due to its transparent nature, greenhouse gases can be penetrated by sunlight, thereby heating the Earth's surface. But when ultraviolet waves from sunlight are absorbed, they are emitted by the Earth's surface into infrared radiation. The greenhouse gases absorb it, trapping heat around the Earth's surface and causing global warming. What are the effects of global warming? One of them is sea level has risen. Sea level rise is caused by the melting of ice at the poles of the Earth, thereby increasing the volume of seawater. In addition, the impact of global warming is the
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Quinta Nabila Praminita from 7B. Now I will tell you about global warming. Global warming. Global warming is called a climate emergency or climate crisis. Global warming is the process of increasing air temperature due to trapping of heat in the atmosphere by carbon dioxide (CO2) gas, which can cause climate change and cause various disasters on the Earth's surface. The greenhouse effect is defined as an increase in the Earth's temperature. The rise in the Earth's temperature is caused by the trapping of long-wave sunlight by greenhouse gases. The trapping of sun's warmth in a planet's lower atmosphere due to the greater transparency of the atmosphere to visible radiation from the sun than the infrared radiation emitted from the planet's surface. Source of greenhouse gases. We often encounter sources of greenhouse gases around us. For example, 1. The use of electrical energy. 2. Activity using a motorized vehicle. 3. Burn the trash. Even in a plate of wood, we can examine the source of carbon, which is a contributor to greenhouse gases. Causes of greenhouse gases. Global warming is caused by greenhouse gases or GHG, for example, carbon dioxide, CO2, water vapor, H2O, nitrogen oxide, N2O, methane, CH4, chlorofluorocarbons, or CFCs. The impact of global warming on humans and the environment. All forms of human activity will always have an impact on the environment. Some of the impacts that may occur include 1. Change in sea levels, 2. Change in climate patterns, 3. Ecological disturbance, 4. Formation of the ozone hole, 5. Food safety, and 6. Social impact. Ways to reduce global warming. How to reduce global warming? Some efforts that can be done to tackle global warming, among others: using renewable energy, using the use of coal, wood, and other organic fuels, improve vehicle fuel efficiency, reforestation or greening, reducing the use of products containing chlorofluorocarbons or CFCs, and use environmentally friendly products. And that's all about global warming. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I'm Quinta Nabila Pramidita from 7B. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Welcome! Today we'll explore an important topic that affects our planet, global warming. It's when our Earth gets hotter because of certain things we do. One big reason for global warming is the gases we release into the air, called greenhouse gases. They come from things like factories, cars, and even everyday activities. Over the years, these gases have caused Earth's temperature to rise. This has serious consequences for our environment and the living things on our planet. One effect of global warming is the melting of ice in places like the North and South Poles. As the ice melts, it adds more water to the ocean, causing them to rise. Global warming can also make weather more extreme. We may see stronger hurricanes, intense heat waves, and heavy rainfall, leading to floods and other disasters. Animals and plants are also affected. Some may lose their homes because of changing habitats. Deforestation or cutting down too many trees also contributes to global warming. But don't worry, there are solutions. We can make changes to protect our planet and prevent global warming from getting worse. One solution is using renewable energy, like the power of the sun and wind. We can use solar panels and wind turbines to generate electricity without releasing harmful gases. We can also save energy by being more efficient. Simple actions like turning off lights when not in use, using energy-saving light bulbs, and unplugging devices when they are fully charged can make a difference. Another way to help is by recycling our waste and planting more trees. Recycling reduces the amount of garbage that produces harmful gases, while trees absorb carbon dioxide, one of the main greenhouse gases. Remember, we all play a part in protecting our planet. By learning more about global warming, making small changes in our lives, and spreading awareness, we can create a better future for ourselves and the Earth.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rehana Fatihah Meka from class 7B. In this video, I will explain about global warming in full, starting from what is global warming, the greenhouse effect, the causes of global warming, the effects of global warming, and solutions to overcome global warming. Without any further ado, let's get started. What is global warming? Global warming is a phenomenon of increasing average air temperatures near the Earth's surface. The effect of global warming is very dangerous for the environment, but there are still a lot of people who think about the global warming as just the issue and it's never make an effect to our Earth in the future. Though, there are a lot of signs from the nature that arise as the bad effect of global warming. Then, how does this threatening phenomenon happen? The greenhouse effect. The Earth is naturally surrounded by a warming blanket of air, cold atmosphere, which helps maintain temperature suitable for life. Without it, the Earth will be frozen and too cold for living organisms to survive. The atmosphere contains small amounts of carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and other gases, which are known as the greenhouse gases. These gases help retain heat to a vital, natural process known as the greenhouse effect. This process happens when sunlight passes through the atmosphere and reaches the Earth. Some of the light is reflected by the Earth's atmosphere and surface, but most light is absorbed. The absorbed light warms the Earth's surface. The heated surface then emits infrared light into the atmosphere. Some infrared radiation escapes to space, but some is absorbed by greenhouse gases and radiated toward Earth, warming the Earth's surface and lower atmosphere. The causes of global warming. In detail, the global warming caused by human activity. Today, there are so many factories are built. It means that they are going to produce carbon dioxide as their waste. When they are built more and more, then the more carbon dioxide is produced. Meanwhile, land is the only element that can absorb the carbon dioxide and then convert it into oxygen. However, the plants that are on the earth continue to decrease due to illegal logging, forest fires, and the diversion of forests as the place of human logging area. All of this makes the number of plants continue to decrease and are not able to absorb all the carbon dioxide maximally. As a result, carbon dioxide trapped in the earth and makes our earth becomes hotter. The effects of global warming. The increasing sea levels has been occurred in many areas in this world. This increase happened because of the melting of the ice in the North Polar. It causes of the world too hot and makes the ice in the North Polar become melting. Besides of that, we can see a lot of hurricanes, thunders, and tornadoes in the world with easily. Global warming makes the farms get a failure and it may reduce the food supplies. To reduce the effect of global warming which happen, you can try to do these steps. First, always try to fill your courtyard with the trees. Trees can release oxygen which can make the air become fresh. Second, use the energy-saving lamps as the lighting in your house. Energy-saving lamps is more expensive than the general lamps, but the energy which is needed to light up is smaller than general lamps. Besides of that, this lamp is more durable. Third, don't forget to turn off the lamps, laptops, and computer when they are not in use again. And you can choose to don't use the screensaver to save the energy. Fourth, when paying the bills, you will choose to pay online. This method is more economical than pay directly. You can reduce the using paper which is used as not invoice. You can save the fuels of your vehicles because you not need to use your vehicles as when paid directly. Fifth, when shopping, you should bring your own bag which is made from the cloth. Avoid to use plastic bag which is given by the supermarket. Plastic is a material that is difficult to be processed naturally by the environment. It has took 100 years to make it decompose. 6. To have friendly environment, you can use bicycle which will good for your health too. Thank you for watching. Hope it's useful. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Syardan Lidar Daulat from 7B class. Global warming refers to the long-term increase in Earth's average surface temperature caused by human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and gas, which release a large amount of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Greenhouse gases trap heat from the sun in Earth's atmosphere, leading to an increase in temperature, which can have significant impact on the environment and human societies. The effect of global warming can be seen in various ways such as rising sea levels, more frequent and severe weather events, melting of glaciers and ice caps, change in rainfall patterns, and the extinction of certain species. This change can have serious consequences for human societies, including increased risk of floods, droughts, food and water shortage, and other environmental disasters. To address the issue of global warming, it is important to reduce greenhouse gas emissions through various means, such as investing in renewable energy sources, promoting energy efficiency, reducing deforestation, and encouraging sustainable practices in agriculture, transportation, and industry. The international community has also come together to address global warming through agreements such as the Paris Agreement, which aims to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels and pursue efforts to limit the temperature increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius. That's all for me. Sorry if there's a lot of lacking. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.